Hi, this is Earl from North Florida here. We're going to look at our Prime-Ark Freedoms on the 21st of April. They've been giving me some berries. I've had two pickings. One was a 2.5 pounds. The other one was 3.5 pounds. And you can see I got some black ones there. They're just about ready to be picked, along with some red ones. And if you look down the row a little bit, you can start to see some of the red ones popping there. And what's interesting to me is you can see the red ones, they really stand out. But look at all the green ones that are mustered around. I mean, they're just everywhere. And this is consistent with what I was seeing when they bloomed. I got a few blooms that came on over a period of 2 or 3 weeks. And at some point, they just exploded. I mean, there were blooms everywhere. That was right at the last of March, the 1st of April. And so my expectation is I will be picking these guys a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. Then all of a sudden, it's just going to explode. These things are, I mean, they're just, look at these canes. They're just pulled over with all these green berries. And a few red ones. Now this first little section here, I actually trimmed a bit. They were pretty tall, like the rest of them are. So I trimmed these a bit to see if it was going to have an impact on fruit production. Haven't seen anything yet. The rest of them I didn't trim, and you can see the weight of the berries is just pulling the canes over. They're just so heavily loaded. I've really never seen anything quite like it. I gave them a shot of urea 2 weeks ago, and I might have overdone it just a scotch. I gave them 150 grams of urea dissolved in water into the irrigation system, and I'm seeing some indications that perhaps I might have over fertilized. It didn't look like it killed them. It just looked like it might have over fertilized them. Or I got some kind of virus or some kind of disease or something else going on. It's really hard to say right now. We'll give it some time to see what it does. Could just be the florocanes dying as they're putting the berries on, making room for the new growth, which is coming up along the bottom here. You can see at the bottom of this plant down here, all this new growth coming in. This will be our primocanes this year. You see like this little branch here, it looks unhappy. Let's see if I can get a picture of that. Not seeing anything. Maybe, I'm not sure if this might be, a gentleman sent me a comment asking if I've had problems with rust. And I said no, but I'm not sure that that's a true statement or not. We'll have to see. He said the only thing you could do about it was destroy the plants. Well, I guess at this point, it doesn't make much sense to do that. We'll just have to let it go and see what it does. Overall, the plants are looking pretty healthy. There's some thin spots in it, but as I said, the new growth is coming in on the bottom, and it's looks like it's going to make a pretty good shot at it here. There you go, some brand new growth. This is primocane along the bottom here coming up, and it's actually putting some berries on it already. Interesting, very interesting blackberry plant. It's in, what's other interesting is the wild blackberries are really just now coming into season. I'm seeing a lot of growth out there. Here's a pretty long one that stuck out a good ways from the main line. I think you're supposed to take those out, but I didn't. I did trim it off at the top. I tipped it that way it would start to branch out. It hadn't started doing that yet, but I suspect it will pretty soon. I've been picking about every 3 days here. Tomorrow will be day 3, so I'll give it another walk through, and I'm seeing more blossoms coming up. And you know, that's like one side. Look at this guy here. This is one of the new primocanes that popped up, and I've already tipped it once. And you can see the new growth coming up on either side. I'm gonna have to get it sucked into to the wire here pretty soon. Got one that's laying on the ground here. It needs to get pulled up in there, but I'm just kind of hoping to get the main harvest off, to start messing around too much with the new primal canes. Here's another one. This new primal cane's actually got blossoms on it. You can see you can see right there. I tipped it off about a week or two ago, and it's going crazy. Here's some of these vines that didn't look so good. And again, I'm not sure if I over fertilized that one shot, or is this some kind of disease, or if this is normal. They just got a lot of blackberries on it. We'll see how they go. Again, more primal canes coming in the bottom. I really don't know how many blackberries this might produce, but as a guessing man, I would say up maybe 200 pounds, maybe more. Some more primal canes coming up along the bottom here. Got some dead wood in here. I don't think I cleaned all this out during the fall, or maybe I did and it died back again. I wouldn't say they look pretty right now, but actually they do in general look pretty healthy, with the exception of a few sticks that are sticking up here and there that they're dying back, and I'm getting new blossoms on it, getting lots of new primal canes coming in the bottom. And I'm thinking 2 or 3 weeks, and this is going to be a busy man here trying to pick all these blackberries off and get them in the freezer, or get them into jam, or get them into wine, or whatever I'm going to do with them. Probably give a lot to the neighbors. Most of us are growing something or another out here in our little neck of the woods. And I'm going to have peaches, I think. They should be ready here in about 2 or 3 days. And blackberries, obviously. The muscadines are putting on new leaves. So they'll be doing their thing over the next couple months. They usually come in around July. And blueberries, they won't be nothing there for a couple of years. I just planted those this year. But this is Earl in North Florida. I'll give you another update probably in the heat of the harvest. I believe when it happens. I saw a picture that Dr. Clark, the developer of this particular variety, he sent me of just a row kind of like this, and all you could see was little red dots all over it from the red fruit. I expect to see that in about 2 weeks, and when it happens, I guarantee you'll get a video out of that one. So enjoy your afternoon, and if you're following along, I hope we learned something. If you got any input on some of that dying cane stuff, let me know in the comments, please. I'd like to address it. Again, Earl from North Florida. Have a great day. Bye-bye.